along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome all the devotees. So today we'll read one more shloka from Bhagavad-gītā. Very important shloka, heard many times. So 15th chapter, 15th verse. Sarvasya chaham hridisannavishto mattha smritirjnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo Vedanta Krit Vedavet Eva Chaham. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. So there are three things which are mentioned, devotees, in the beginning here. Krishna is saying, from him comes remembrance, knowledge, and surprisingly forgetfulness also. So we have understood that Krishna gave us remembrance. We remember so many things in our life. We remember our past. Sometimes when we sit or talk to someone, our memory is revived. So we'll remember something which we did in our childhood. Probably only, we don't remember what we were doing in the mother's lap. But when we're little older, when we started activities, so, going around, so we'll remember here and there. If we try to recollect, there are some fresh memories in our head, and so on. That's how we have spent our life. If we meet people, elders, they'll talk so much. So they mention about what they did in their childhood, what they did in their office time, they went here, there, so many things. So that way, they're just trying to recollect. And if we are interested, we'll listen to them. Else we'll get bored listening to elders. That is what happens. So every human, if you see, they're trying to recollect what has happened in this life, because that is the experience after taking birth one has gone through. But we cannot remember each and everything in detail. Like in the whole day, what happens, we don't remember everything. So that is the natural state of mind we have, but we tend to forget. We tend to forget everything. Right from morning you wake up until night you sleep. You do so many things. We don't remember everything the next day, or maybe in the morning itself, whatever we did, we forget in the evening, even during office or maybe school or college. Oh, I forgot today what happened. I just forgot that assignment, or I just forgot what my manager told. So this kind of a feature is there in everybody. There's a reason behind it. Remembering and forgetting. Obviously, we understand that Krishna is telling here that from him knowledge comes. Definitely. That part I will tell later in the next two lines which is mentioned. So first let us see what is this remembrance and forgetfulness. So Krishna gives us remembrance in a way that we can remember certain things, something which we take deeper into our subconscious mind. We are conscious externally, and there's something subconscious. There are certain things which we get affected, or something which remains as an impression in ourselves, and that will pop out just like we remember something, or we look at a photograph in our childhood. We had those olden days, the roll photographs, or nowadays we have mobile. So when we look back, some photos we have taken some occasion, so we remember, we recollect, okay, that day this happened, that happened. Or if you see the olden days, your parents or grandparents, they had so much memory power. They remembered, when they go to different places and say, yes, I went to this place, I did this, I did that. So this remembrance is that the data, the memory is stored the within us, and when we try to recollect, it comes out, but not necessarily everything. As I said, not in detail, here and there, because some certain things which we have seen, or we have did some activity, we are able to retain that because of something which we have very much affected. It not in the negative sense, in the positive way also. Say, for example, someone meets with an accident also. It's a negative thing, but still it remains as a scar in my life. Yes, I remember I fell down from a bike long back. It's fresh in my memory that I fell like this and this happened, I was taken. So these things are pretty much affecting, which is very, very deep within my heart. So that is how remembrance coming. And Krishna gives us forgetfulness so that you forget your past, else it's very difficult for us to survive. There's so much of things we have gone through in life. If you see good, bad, happy, sad moments. Now, if we had to remember all the sad moments always, we would go into depression. So even the happy moments also we'll forget. So this is the nature of this material world Krishna has provided. If we had to remember our past life, so many past lives we have gone through, maybe different bodies also. Say if I had been a deer, and some lion or tiger would have pounced on me, and that I had to remember always that it's very scary. Or as a baby monkey falling from a tree, breaking my bones, that is very scary. So Krishna gives this advantage of forgetting things for our benefit. So that is very much essential. But the disadvantage of forgetting things here in material world is, again, it links to the spiritual life also. We forget Krishna very easily. There are two things. One is material and one is spiritual. Um, Now, how does spiritually works? Now, we are materially affected because we have taken the material body, and that's how it is working. Constantly, you're remembering, you're forgetting. So, Krishna gives us the remembrance when it is required in bhakti. So that's why when we say that you have to always remember Krishna, that means you're always trying to engage yourself in the consciousness of Krishna so that you may never forget. So he gives you the facility to always remember wherever you go in the future. So that is what it is mentioned. Because as he is there in everybody's heart, in every living entity, be it a plant or be it animal or birds, anything. He's there as a reflection. That Paramatma feature is there. Just like we see in the Gajendra Moksha. So all of a sudden he's remembering the Supreme Lord. Now he doesn't know who he is, but he has taken out the lotus and he wants to offer it. So he's remembering the Supreme Lord because he has done something in his previous life. Because of certain things, he had offended and he had to take birth as an animal. He was cursed. So that is a different story. So materially, we are also going in this wave itself, where we are getting different bodies. But whatever we are doing now, in terms of spirituality, our consciousness gets refined, and Lord provides us to remember Him in the future. Of course, we have to do our prayasa. We have to engage ourselves right now as much as possible. There's a limited time. Somebody has 20 years, somebody has 10 years, somebody has 1 year. Yesterday, one of my dear friend devotee, she mentioned that mother is also a devotee. She has only 9 to 12 months because there's a cancer in her brain. So there's a very limited time. So doctor gives only 9 to 12 months. We don't know how long they'll survive. So if you get to know, you should be prepared. So we were discussing that. So you have to be prepared. You have to prepare herself for the next journey. So she may either go back to Godhead or again born as a devotee. So all those facilities have to be given. So you have to engage completely in that activity, ensure that is, and not be in the shoka. It's really, theoretically I can speak, but it's emotionally very, very, deep, and it's really painful, these things to take. So because we are affected by all these things, end of the day. Um, so Krishna is mentioning these things here in the shloka because we have to always try to remember Krishna and forget about our past life. If we see the story of Jada Bharata also, he remembered his past lives. So he remembered his past lives, and he remained silent when he was born as a human again. So first life, he was a king who left everything. He came to the forest. Then he got trapped in the adoring of the small deer, baby calf. Then he's trapped into that life. Again, he comes out of that. He remembers as a deer, he's remembering his past life as a human. Again, after that, he's coming out as a human again after the deer life. So he remembers two life. Not everybody gets this kind of a chance. That much memory, that what you were in previous life. Sometimes there are people who are inquisitive, what we were in the past life. I had also done when I came to Krishna consciousness. There's so many things on the internet. It might be fake. What I was in the past life, where I was born, what was I doing? So many queries are there within our head. I want to know what I was in the previous life, but I'm not sure whether these information are genuine. So that is one thing. So Jadabharata remembers everything. So he remains silent, though he was able to speak or go around normal. So everybody treated him very badly. So why he did not want to take a chance? Now, what about us? What about us? That is the question it comes. So there's a doctor, Ian Stevenson. So he has done a lot of near-death experience and out-of-the-body experiments with more than 3,000 patients, case studies he has done. So he is very special in that region. So he mentions that in that, why I'm telling this is people who remembered. He mentions that the child at a certain age is able to remember its past life. Many cases. So they talk something about their past life, where they were born, or they remember their names, or what they were in the previous life. If by chance they were as a human in the previous life, so they remember so many things. So then slowly, what happens? They tend to forget as they grow. Now we go through so much of pain I'm pleasure with so much of experience we are going through. Now, if this was the condition that if we had this, we were able to remember the Lord. No, that doesn't work out. It doesn't make sense. If everybody had to go through the pain and understand, oh, this is how the world is, and I have to remember the Lord, that doesn't come naturally. So remembrance of the Lord comes only by the mercy of the Guru. So by the parampara. So only if we had to get in touch with the pure devotee, like how we met Srila Prabhupada. We met Srila Prabhupada as in the sense we took his books, somehow causeless mercy, Agnata Sukriti. We don't know where it is coming from. Somehow we got in touch and we got that knowledge, who the Lord is, why it is important, what is the value of our life. So all these things we are coming to know. There's so many people around us, even if we give, they don't take it because they do not have that Sukriti. So that benefit still we try to push, people to be engaged in Krishna consciousness. But we have been very much people. We have seen changes in them. First time we call, to them for Janmashtami, they don't turn up. They come, just go. We try to call them for classes again and again. Then again next year we try to call them. They come for Janmashtami. Maybe after they've wasted a couple of years, then again they are coming. Some incident happens, so something they go through in their life experience, then they come and surrender. To surrender to Krishna is a very great deal. And complete surrender is definitely going back to Godhead within this life, as Srila Prabhupada mentions. So when we get in touch with Srila Prabhupada books and with the association of the devotees, we regularly hear these kind of classes and we go to the temple, we see the Lord. Even seeing the Lord itself is so auspicious and so much transcendental that we get so much of benefit. What about, I'm just talking about only reading books. There's so many things. So you're engaged. So, but that way, what happens? We are able to revive our consciousness. As Krishna, as Srila Prabhupada mentions, Krishna is dormant in everybody's heart. So it's not that somebody has, passed on or transferred from, one heart to another. No, he's already there. So as mentioned in the purport here, he's there as a Paramatma in everybody's heart and he is guiding everybody. So as a localized individual heart, he is guiding everybody. So from him, if he has done good things in his previous life, he has that inclination. So then he gives that independence. He gives that remembrance also. So one example I would like to tell you is when we see, especially the city life, they buy the cigarette packet. So on the cigarette packet, it is clearly big words with the images is mentioned. Smoking is injurious to health, or it says smoking kills. But still, the next moment they take it. So the person is aware that he's going to get killed or he's going to get a cancer in the future. But still, he's willing to smoke it. Why? This is a free will Krishna has given to everybody. I'm just taking one example. Since Krishna doesn't interfere into our free will, he is completely independent, and we are minutely independent. So he doesn't interfere into our free will. So out of our own free will, we surrender. And once the process starts, we start doing our bhakti. So this free will remains with everybody. So that's why you cannot enforce or force people to take up to Krishna consciousness. So this is the mistake what especially the parents do with their children. That is the one of the teachings for parents especially. You should never force your child to chant or read, but you can inspire them. You can give good examples. You can somehow connect them with their own age or somebody who can get inspired. Then they will take up naturally the chanting and the reading, so many things in bhakti. And similarly for us also, if you so enforce or force somebody to do this. No, 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 Prabhu, do this, all that. It will never work out. So children, if you see, we tell them, we try to threaten them, and we scare them away. So out of that, if they chant, the natural bhakti won't come out. So in the future, maybe they'll just give up. They might be, as of now, coming to temple with you, or they will be chanting out of maybe fear of parents. But naturally, they have to do along with their peers, other children, and they should be someone whom they like. Especially it happens with us when we came to Krishna consciousness. Some Prabhuji or Mataji we liked, we got inspired and we started listening to them. So that's how we have come to Krishna consciousness. Similarly, we have to facilitate our parents or children. That way they get inspired from others, not ourselves forcing upon them. So that is really a different direction it leads to. So that is how. So when Krishna himself is not interfering, so who are we to control somebody? So that is the wrong way. So why I'm telling this is because of the free will, Krishna doesn't interfere into anybody. So it's out of the free will of the soul, and the costless mercy of the pure devotee who is traveling everywhere, and he gives this mercy, and he awakens the consciousness of Krishna in everybody's heart. So that is the advantage. If not, nobody would come to Krishna consciousness. So only we have seen that only Srila Prabhupada went to the West. That's how we got Krishna consciousness here also. Sitting at our home online, listening to, or else we would have just woke up Sunday morning, uh, having coffee, tea, or going on a walk, or just watching TV. So that's how we would have spent our regular Sunday. Yeah. So that's the advantage of being in Krishna consciousness, that you're eager, you're inquisitive to listen to Krishna. So that is the advantage. So now Krishna is mentioning about remembrance and forgetfulness and knowledge also. Now coming to the knowledge, he's saying that Vedascha Sarvai. So he's saying Veda means knowledge, and all the Vedas is there. And what is the purpose of Veda? Vedascha Sarvai. So all the Vedas are there. There are so many sutras, there are so many Upanishads, so many things are there. Now Vyasa Muni has given us. So what is the purpose of this? Vedascha Sarvai Aham Eva Vedyo. Now we have to understand what is this Vedyo. Vedyo means knowable. You should read the word-to-word translation. So what is the purpose of knowing all this knowledge? He's saying Aham. So he's saying the purpose of all this knowledge which is presented is to know me. And then he's continuing with that. That Vedanta Krit, Vedanta Vid. So what is Vedanta Krit? Vedanta Krit means I am the compiler. Kritaha. So Vedanta, he is not just talking about Veda Krit. He is telling Veda Anta. So the purpose of all the Vedas and the compilation is myself. And Veda Ved means the knower of the Vedas. Obviously, because Krishna has given the knowledge and he is the compiler, so he knows everything. And he is saying that is all coming from him. So that's why if we see Vyasa Muni, the Vyasa Muni or Vyasa, there are two things. One is the Vyasa personality himself or the Vyasa position. So Vyasa position is sometimes taken over if nobody is there by Krishna himself. That's why 5,000 years back when Veda Vyasa appeared, his name is called Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. Because there was nobody to take that position. So the literary incarnation, Krishna himself appeared, the son of Parashara Muni, so that he can compile and give to this, to the future. He knew that people would not remember everything. So he gave so many things, Vedas, he gave Upanishads, he gave Puranas, but still people lacked remembering these things. So he gave Vedanta. So what is that Vedanta? So he gave the essence of all the sutras So that is Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of all the Vedas, Srimad Bhagavatam. So we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we attend classes, we understand the importance of Bhagavatam. So he has given all these compiling for us to understand him, to know him, and go back to him. So my purpose is not just to read and sit here only. My purpose is, if somebody asks Prabhupada, after we go to Goloka, what do we do? So Prabhupada says, you glorify the Lord, you chant, you worship him. So you are completely 100% engaged. That is what you're going to do. So it's like somebody, thinking that, okay, I'm doing everything here. I'm doing flower garland, I'm doing chanting, I'm reading. So after going there, should I do these things or just roam around with Krishna? So that is the question one might get. So the purpose of us to read or be in Krishna consciousness is to love Krishna. And after going there, we are going to obviously love him. Love in the sense that we are going to surrender, serve them. So that is the whole purpose. So here I am the master, but there he'll be the master and I am the servant. So that is the attitude I'm trying to develop. So a devotee should develop the attitude that I am the servant and Krishna is the master. That's why we have this concept of Prabhupada introduced calling everybody as Prabhus and Matajis. Why Prabhu? Prabhu means master. That means you learn something from others. But our tendency is always that we try to find fault in others. Oh, he's like this. I'm better than him. I always do better than him. What kind of things he is doing. Even with devotees, we do this. No, the way they are doing bhakti, it's not good. I'm chanting better. I'm doing service better than him. So the way he did service, it's not good. So that's how our mentality is. Yeah, even if you go anywhere, you be in Dham or city like anywhere, this is the mentality everybody is having. So that is not the right attitude. The right attitude is the person may have 100 faults, but you need to find that one good quality. So we have to search for that one good quality. He may be rude to us, he may be very demanding, or he may be telling, something, speaking at our back, something rubbish. That doesn't matter. But you try to serve them, you try to find good qualities in them. So that is very important. So that way, one will naturally develop to be humble as much as possible, down to earth. So what are the qualities if we don't have them? So the quality is lust, anger, greed. So we always fall under these three categories. Like Srimad Bhagavatam mentions that tada rajas tamo bhavaha kama lobha dayasche cheta eter anavidham stitam sattve prasidati. What does this mean? So if we have to get out of passion and ignorance, we want to come to the level of goodness. We want to come to the pure goodness level so that I can understand who Krishna is. I want to experience. So the experience I'm going through this life, I want to experience it again and again, and I want to advance. So what does this shloka mean? So as soon as one is developing the irrevocable loving service, which is established in the heart, so the effects of this nature's mode of Rajatama, passion and ignorance. So what is happening? Lust, desire, and hankering disappears from the heart. So it is disappearing. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. So I'm trying to be happy, but I'm trying to be happy in my temporary basis. So even in Krishna consciousness, we don't completely do. So we try to see happiness in Krishna consciousness through material life. That's why if I have good money, if I have good position, if I have good followers, so that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavita, vajagadi. Why is he telling that? But ultimately, many of the devotees or ourselves, what happens is we fall under this trap because Maya is very strong. So she will give you sundarim, she will give you janam, she'll give you dhanam. So she will allure with all these things. Now I want to come out of it. So that is my disadvantage. So my prayer should be that I have every day. Srila Prabhupada also was asked, what do you pray every day? So he said that I pray every day that I should not fall in Maya's trap. So we should also pray that I should never be under Maya's allurement. And as much as possible, ask for forgiveness every day. This is the right attitude of a devotee to develop or advance in Krishna consciousness. I think it's already time up. So we'll meet again. So hope this remember. Try to remember these shlokas. These are all very easy shlokas. So you remember again and again. It is very, very easy. While preaching, it is very helpful. So this is a very nice shloka. Thank you very much for attending the class. Hare Krishna. Dandavats Pranam to everybody.